What's up, everybody? It's Kelsee Briana J, and today I'm going to share with you all what I picked up from the Sephora event. And I am quite proud of myself because normally whenever Sephora has their events, honey, I place order after order after order after order. But for this event, I only placed one order. I've never done that in the history of them having this event. So I want to share with you all what I picked up. Make sure you let me know what you picked up down in the comment section because today is the last day and I do have a preliminary cart going that I may or may not pull the trigger on. I'll share what's in my cart at the end of the video, but these are the things that I was for sure knowing that I had to have. So to start, this is staring me in the face. This is the One Size Until Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. And curiosity definitely killed the cat. I was super interested in this because it was going in and out of stock. So I went ahead and I pulled the trigger. It says that it's makeup insurance for 16 hours, locking your beat until you're ready to sleep. Okay, so I'm really excited to try this out just because on days where I want to have a full face, but I still am going out and I'm still wearing a mask, I need a little bit of insurance there. So I really wanted to try this. And this one is a setting spray that has a continuous mister. So I'm into that because it's gonna give you that really nice fine spray. Whew. This one, the smell of it smells a little bit medicinal. I looked at the ingredients and the first ingredient is butane. I just want to give you all a word of advice. It doesn't say that this is flammable or anything like that, but I wouldn't, if I were you, use this if you were going to a hibachi restaurant. Like, that's just something that I wouldn't risk. However, if you're just doing day-to-day activities or you need your makeup to last, I mean, we'll see. I've had really good experiences with the products that I've used from One Size. Particularly, that powder is my baby. I love that powder. So I would definitely check that out if you're interested in the brand. But this one was hot during the event, so I wanted to test it out myself. Next, I picked up this eyeliner, and this one is called a Chroma Stick, and it is by Norvina. Norvina's brand is an umbrella brand underneath Anastasia Beverly Hills. What intrigues me about this stick was the colors, and I was like, you know what, even if it's not the creamiest formula, the colors make it worthwhile because it's been a minute since companies have come out with vibrant pencils. And so I got the shade Violet just to test the waters to see how I like them. And I've been swatching it and playing with it. And I love the vibrancy and the opacity of this color, but it's not as smooth as I would want it to be, so I don't want to invest and get a lot of them. But I'm happy to have this color, and maybe I'll go back and get the aqua one because I think they're true to the color that they look on the website, so that's exciting. But y'all know I have very sensitive eyes, so I have to be careful not to irritate them, so I probably won't use this all the time. But when I want to have that pop of color, then I'll reach for this. And pops of color are not just exclusive to spring, summer. I'm going to be bringing out my colorful eyeliners during the winter season because as it gets dreary outside, sometimes you need a little pep and you need a little pop. So this right here will give you that pop of color in a non-intimidating way. I didn't get this one this time, but Fenty had some too. And this one is cherry, I want to say. Cherry something. Cherry pump. And I think Fenty's are a little bit more fluid in the way that they move. So if you're looking for something a little bit softer than Norvina's, Fenty has some too, but I don't remember them having purple. I'll have to explore a little bit more. So in this haul, I grabbed another liner, and this is the last shade of the Patrick Ta Precision Gel liners that I did not have. And it started off with me just buying the black one. I just wanted one to go with the eyeshadow palette when it launched initially, just because I wanted it for research purposes and to include in a video. But then I found myself reaching for it so much that I went back and I got the brown one. And then I was like, well, if I got the brown one, then I can just go ahead and get the cream one. So I bought the cream one. And y'all know I'm low-key a completionist. Shout out to the Fancy Face for coining that term on the tube. So I'm like, well, I have all three of them. Maybe I should just go ahead and get the fourth one. So I went ahead and I got the fourth one. And this one is deep bronze. So this one is a shimmery one. And what I love so much about these pencils are that they are so creamy. but yet they stay in place. They do not move. And you put them on your waterline, they give you full opacity. You don't have to keep going over them over and over again, which is really irritating to my eyes and to my spirit. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, whenever I put on my eyeliner, I just want to go. I just want to be done, because that's one of the last steps that I do. So to have to go back and forth, and then my eyes start tearing up and then it goes away anyways, it's really annoying. And these don't do that. So I have some of the most sensitive eyes. So I found an eyeliner formula that completely agrees with me. And on top of that, the color payoff is impeccable. So I just hope that Patrick Ta comes out with more colors, because I would love to see it. This formulation is amazing. I can use it on the top, I can use it on the waterline, and it gives me no problems. These are some of my holy grail eyeliners. I want more colors. Love these. I grabbed more Gucci. Their products really speak to me. I love their aesthetic. So I wanted to have this nail polish for the longest time, and this one is their High Shine Nail Lacquer. And let me show you how cute the bottle is. The silhouette is everything. This reminds me of a nail bottle silhouette that my grandmother used to have on her vanity. Growing up, I would go play in her makeup and in her beauty room, and she had nail polish bottles that looked exactly like this. So I always knew I wanted to have one, but this shade in particular is always sold out. And this go round, when I was placing my order, I saw it and I knew it was meant to be. So this one is Dorothy Turquoise, and I love it because it's a turquoise shade, but it's not super vibrant. So to me, it almost looks like a neutral. You know, if turquoise could ever be considered a neutral, I would say this will be the variation of it that would be. So I love this shade. I cannot wait to use it. I did a little swatch test to see how I like the color, and I think the color is gorgeous. I'm gonna paint my thumbs to show you all, because I do plan on doing a little mani pedi situation with this shade today. And this is what it looks like. I think it's so fun. It's just the right amount of pop. It's almost Tiffany blue, but it's a little bit more pale than that. So I just love this shade. And on top of that, the nail polish applicator, or the brush, child, the brush. It's a little bit wider, so you can cover more ground faster. So I'm really excited to try this out and use it. Gucci be taking all my little coins, okay? Because then I got a lipstick, and I love Gucci's lipstick formulation, especially the mattes. But I wanted to grab another satin because I like the satin formula too. But you know, the mattes just have a chokehold on me. But I'm like, let me grab a satin and add to my satin collection. So I grabbed this one, and the name of this lipstick is A Royal Scandal. It's a cool toned brown that is really beautifully mid-tone, and I don't have a color like this in my collection, so I found it to be very unique because it's not super deep and it's not super light. It's this mid-tone brown shade that isn't warm. It's a neutral cool, so I cannot wait to wear this. This looks like January in a lipstick tube, you know? And I'm a January baby, so when I see this, it just instantly reminds me of the winter time. Some shades in my collection, I allocate them to certain seasons, and I feel like this one is a winter shade, but I can't wait to wear it, and I'll be sure to show you all what it looks like on my lips when I swatch it. I can't swatch it right now. I gotta have it looking cute for a little bit longer, just a little bit longer. But I promise you, when I do, I'll come back and we'll talk about all things Gucci. Next, I grabbed this Girl On foundation, and I have had this foundation on my wish list for a minimum of 3 years. And the reason why I never get it is because I can't buy everything. I know y'all think I do, but I promise you I don't. And so whenever the event rolls around, I normally have a cart that's already filled to the brim with things. And I'm like, well, I'll try it later because this is a permanent product. It's been around. So this go round, I didn't have that many things I wanted to try. And so I figured this was the perfect time to go ahead and just grab it. Just do it. So I did. This one is the Lingerie Depot foundation, and I grabbed the shade 4N, and I actually really like it. I've tried it for 3 days in a row now. I'm not wearing it right now, but I have been wearing it in real life, and I think it's a really pretty natural everyday foundation. I do want to note that Guerlain's foundations and products in general are very heavily fragranced. So if you are not a fan of fragrance in your makeup, this is the brand to put fragrance in their makeup. It smells really good, but you can tell it smells like fragrance. Keep that in mind. But I really like the consistency of it. I like the way it wears. The shade 4N is just a smidge light for me right now. Once I lose even more of my tan, say in January, where I literally have 0 tan to myself, this will probably be the perfect match. But for right now, it's just, I'm talking about a little bit too light. I could have used 045N, but unfortunately they don't offer that shade in this formulation. They have it in some of the other formulations, and that works for me. But nonetheless, I can make this work. Formulation is pretty. It goes on like a dream. It wears well. It's like a Your Skin But Better type foundation. I like it a lot. So I only have one more thing. I know you all are like, what? Only one more thing? Yes, only one more thing. And that one more thing is a fragrance by a brand that is new to me, 19-69. And I was just reading up about the brand. I was reading about the different fragrances that they offered, and I was just getting hyped and excited to try it. So I definitely wanted to make sure that I placed an order and got at least one of them this go round to try it out. And so when I opened up my order, I was so surprised to see a scent by 19-69, but this is not the one that I ordered. So this one is Villa Nail Coat. I caught myself doing some research on this before I got on here, so hopefully I pronounced it correctly. This is named after a villa in France, and this particular villa was occupied by the members of the Rolling Stones back in the 70s. They were going through a little bit of tax issues, and they decided to hide out in this villa for months. It's a very interesting story. It sounds really cool. It sounds like it was a really good time. I bet you half of them don't remember what all was going on in there during that time, but I bet you during that time they had a good time. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't order this scent. I ordered Les Barbes, okay? This particular scent is not even sold on Sephora's website. So when I opened it up, I'm like, what is this? Is this another name for the one that I ordered? Nope, it's a completely different one, because they offer this scent on their website and on other retailers that sell 19-69, but it's not available on Sephora's website. So I'm like, okay, let me open it up and smell it and see if I like it at least. I can say that this scent is of high quality. I can tell that the juice of the fragrance is very nice. The sillage of it is great. The projection is great. The longevity of it is amazing. I just don't particularly love grapefruit. And that's the top note that you smell. And then when it dries down, it has some things that I'm interested in. It's a little bit more musky, but overall it smells kind of fruity, and then it has the pink pepper and lemon flower and stuff like that. And it's not necessarily something that's right up my alley, but I think it's nice. I was looking at the one that I ordered. The notes of that one really seemed like something I would like, and I wish I could have gotten that one, but unfortunately it is sold out. So I called Sephora. I just want to take a moment to brag on them, because even though they got it wrong, they sent me the wrong scent, their customer service these days has truly stepped it up, because it was no hassle. They were very apologetic. They offered to send me that fragrance when it comes back in stock, but I'm really impressed with how quickly they handled that issue, and I'm still excited to try it, because I tried this one, and even though I don't personally love this one, I can see somebody who likes smelling fruitier loving this one. But that's everything that I got. Can you all believe it? I feel like I was on my best behavior, you know? Because I was on my best behavior, I made a little extra cart, because I'm like, you know, I normally go in, and I did not go in like that. So I will tell you all what I have in my cart right now, and some of this stuff may come home, none of it may come home, I don't know, we'll see. So currently in my cart, I have some more foundations. I have the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation in the shade 3.5N, and I always have it on my to-do list to pick up this shade, because currently I have like 2 or 3 shades of the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. I think I have 3 in, I have 4 in, and then I want to say I have either 3 warm olive or 4 warm olive, all of which don't work for me. I just have 3 shades that just don't work, and I've had them for a while, so honestly it's probably time for me to toss them, because I've had them since they came out, but all those shades are just a smidge incorrect. So I have it in my cart to get this shade, and maybe I will. We'll see. Also, the Givenchy Prisme Libre Skincare and Glow Foundation And I actually filmed a review on this foundation, which I've never posted. I have it edited and ready to go on my channel. So if you all want to see that review, I can go ahead and post it. But I don't feel like I picked the best shade during my review. So I put another shade in here that maybe I'll like better. I also have the Pharmacy Clearly Clean Makeup Removing Cleansing Balm. And I wanted to get another one of these because this one is fragrance free. And I was really excited to see this because I was really enjoying the Pharmacy Cleansing Balm initially, the one with the fragrance, until one of my Kel Belles, I don't remember who said this, but one of y'all said that it reminds you of Blue Magic hair grease. And ever since then, it has always reminded me of Blue Magic hair grease, so I couldn't use it the same way. So I'm like, maybe I'll try it again. I have that in the cart. And I have the Big Buffing Bronzer Brush. And I'm really interested in this because my girl Heavy on the Chai, hey girl, she has a channel here on YouTube. She co-signed this brush, and so I had seen it before. I passed on it, but she said it was a really good brush, and I looked at it again. Number one, the price is only $25. It is a vegan buffer brush. You can use it for foundation or you can use it for bronzer. I do like this style brush. I'm into kabuki brushes and I think I would like it. Plus she said it's a really good quality and it's only $25, so it's like, why not? So I'll probably get that, and then I want to replenish my KVD Good Apple Skin Perfecting Hydrating Foundation Balm because I actually really like that. And I think it had a moment where it was going viral and people were going crazy about it, and then a lot of people said they didn't like it. So I think it has mixed reviews, but for me and on my complexion, honey, if I just put on a little bit, then I like it because it's very full coverage. A little bit goes a long way. So I'm really into it, and I've used my other one completely up. I bought another one in the shade 57 to put in the center of my face, and I don't use that one as much as I use 60 because 60 is my skin in a pan. So that's what I have in my cart. Let me know if you all have purchased anything or if you plan on purchasing anything. I would love to know. And thank you all so much for watching until the end of the video. I do appreciate that. So I will have links to everything that I talked about down in the description box. Definitely shop through my links if you are wanting to support the Kel Belle community. I know a lot of people have questions about how do I shop through links. The best way for me to tell you to make sure that I am credited for the sale is if you click the link directly before you shop and then finalize your purchase before you click out or go to another browser or anything like that. I love that so many of you all are going out of your way to shop through the links. I do appreciate that. Please don't feel obligated to, but it's just a way for you all to support your favorite if you were going to make a purchase anyways. And I also want to note that if you click a link to a particular product but you don't buy said product but you buy something else, I still receive a commission for whatever else you bought too. So you don't have to buy the specific product that I linked. You just have to buy something on the website that I linked to. So happy shopping if you're shopping. If you're not shopping, no worries. If you still want to support the Kel Belle community, then go ahead and join. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell to become a Kel Belle. And I will check you all in my very next video, which will be super soon. Smooches. Bye.